I warned you, didn't I? I let you know first as ever and exclusive. Absolutely. Chums, welcome to the latest update on the never ending saga of Meghan Markle. And what's happening next? As ever, let me explain. Hi, nice to see you. Welcome one and all. And of course, welcome to brand new subscribers. Thank you as ever also for liking the recent episode of By Royal Appointment. And if you're wondering, yes, we've still got very bad weather over here. I think it's an amber weather warning. And many of you will know if you're around the United Kingdom just how badly it's been over the last few days. I often feel so sorry for people at the coast and everything because of course they get a lot of stuff, don't they? And of course it happens to all of us. You know, you get flooding, all that sort of stuff. I'll tell you a story in another video about the local water company that I have. You just have to laugh when you look at the bill, what you're paying for and what they don't do, particularly in the storm era. Do you know what I'm saying? Absolutely. Let's get back, of course, to your royal story of the day. Well, looking like something of Casper the Ghost, some people have likened this look to, Meghan Markle suddenly appeared, well, in the fashion world once again. And as I told you recently, chums, this is where, 100% Meghan Markle has now said stuff the jams because she knows that the jams are not going to make any money. And the problem that you have, as I've said, with the As Ever brand, Meghan liked the idea of this being this homemaker, but nothing in her remit is ever thoroughly thought through, right? And the problem that she has is it's sort of like, oh, I could do that. And you look at people like, say, very experienced people in that field, like, Martha Stewart, Mary Berry, Delia Smith. It's a passion for them. They've built careers on it. They've written books. They've done incredibly exciting things along the way. Meghan thought she could just hyperbole on top of that and say, oh, okay, I'll be that person this time around. And it didn't work, did it? Now, where we're at now with the As Ever brand, and this is going to be breaking news to Ted Sarandos, right? Because remember, this is a guy that decided that Meghan Markle was a remarkable woman who could shift anything. Now, just head-tailing back to that particular look, would that look of Meghan Markle make you think she could shift anything? Do you know what I mean? I'm not a fashionista, as the kids say, but I just sort of think it looks to me like an old Brentford nylons, sort of sheet that somebody's wrapped around. All of these, I've been to these fashion shows because I've covered them for TV channels. And the idea, is to shock you, the customer, into thinking, oh, what are these? We'd never wear that. No, but then you've heard of the brand, and that's really what they do. It's not really to sort of say you could wear this on the high street. None of us ever would. Meghan Markle apparently was gifted this outfit by the designer, the person that she was backing. Interesting as well, because when she met said designer, you could see they do not have a warm relationship at all, simply because you can just see it. It's not there, it's fake, and it's everything that you would expect in the fashion world. But Meghan is reinventing herself, and you will notice this, right? As I told you first, the thing is now Meghan's not smiling in pictures. Take a notice of this. And this is a very pared down look as well. And also on top of that, what you're getting with Meghan is not only not a smiling look, very much pared down nude effect, as the kids tell you, makeup. And this is literally mirror imaging her greatest rival, Victoria Beckham. You see, Meghan Markle cannot stand Victoria Beckham. They fell out, as you know. Meghan and Harry accused the Beckhams of selling media stories about them, and that's where the problem lay. And ever since then, Meghan has been furious because people have taken their side. It's not lost, of course, that in about 3 days' time, Victoria Beckham releases her own documentary on said same company as Meghan Markle. And Meghan Markle wants to make sure that she's the only queen in town as far as Netflix is concerned. So by flying halfway around the world to Paris and making sure that she's seen at a fashion show. But the story goes, of course, that she fell out with Anna Wintour. Anna Wintour, of course, former editor, worldwide queen of Vogue. Met Anna, told you many times. A nice lady, in fact, not at all like the character that she portrays with the dark glasses and stuff, but it's fun. And she knows it's a character, so it doesn't really matter. But the thing is, they embraced, and according to the sources, she said, oh, you look terrific. Anna clearly still wearing the dark glasses inside. Never a good look to see if anybody looks terrific or not. You get the picture. Now, moving forward, this is where it's interesting. Why has Anna suddenly embraced Meghan Markle? Two things really. Anna is yesterday's news in the fashion world. Never truly will be, but what I mean is in the world of Condé Nast. You've seen recently that they've decided to put different and rather, I would say, non-beautiful people on the front cover of their magazines. They're moving away from what we call glamour and beauty as to more sort of people-pleasing things, inclusivity, you know, that type of stuff. Pared down makeup, you know, this sort of look. And Anna is not for that. She's old school. She wants glamour. She wants to sell. You get the picture. And on top of all of that as well, what's interesting here is they're testing the water with Meghan Markle, let me tell you, because over here very soon we're going to have our own version of the Met Ball. This is the big thing that they all go to in America, pre and pros, and stand there looking ridiculous and outrageous, and we're supposed to go, oh, wow, isn't it terrific? I wish I was there. I've been to the Met Ball. It's rubbish. It's boring. It's just loads of people standing around gawping at each other in ridiculous costumes thinking, have they got more column inches than me? That's the deal. But back to Meghan and Anna. Why have they suddenly decided to embrace and become chums? Quite simple. It's this. You see, you know, Meghan really can get some kind of thing going, right? And Anna at 70 plus now needs to realise that she's got to keep in with these people. She may not like Meghan Markle, and we know that she was a big fan of Queen Elizabeth, you know, our monarch. And of course, she really would prefer to be having that sort of conversation and that sort of warm embrace with Catherine, the Princess of Wales. But they're not easy access. Meghan Markle rocks up on a plate, and there she is. She's ready for action. And that's the big deal. So why was Meghan at this Paris fashion show? Well, what's interesting again is Meghan supports nobody. I love these phrases, don't you, that these writers put, you know, the mainstream media, you know, Meghan's there to support her designer pal. They're not pals. And remember, this particular designer had a very questionable marketing campaign a few years ago regarding children. So again, if you're putting both designer feet first into that problem, you certainly are. You get the picture. Now, the idea really is this. Her team, the disruptive team who gave us, da-da, you know, the twerking video, well, that's now in the past. This is Meghan reborn. And here's again where this particular story gets interesting, because Meghan reborn is Meghan without Harry. She doesn't want that association, you know. Harry, still a cute looking guy, but nonetheless is not fashionista material. He looks awkward. He looks like he's some sort of assistant. And so it doesn't bode well in the bigger picture. Meghan is using this particular moment to let the fashion world know, and in particular, Victoria Beckham, back off, sister. I can take this crown if I want. And Meghan gave the game away. Do never mistake what she's always up to. Meghan gave the game away in the interview with the Bloomberg original. Remember Emily Jang, where she said, you know, a lot of people said I might go into fashion. Who said that, you know? Because basically the team say, you're terrific, you're wonderful, you know, this is what you should do. The idea really that Meghan is trying to do is push this forward now to see if a designer, maybe this person who she's suddenly decided to become friends with, will hook on board with her, and maybe they will curate a design thing together. As I said, you see the jams, the crepes, the tea bags, the honey, oh, that's all too much hard work for Meghan Markle now. So consequently, what she's trying to do is pivot herself down this particular route. And what better turning up unannounced at a Paris fashion show? Did it work though? Well, the bigger problem, truly, it remains to be seen if it can work. You know, what they'll look at is the acres of coverage. She didn't, in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, look particularly good. You know, I thought the best Meghan Markle ever looked was when Jessica Mulrooney styled her. And I hate that phrase because can't you dress yourself? You know what I'm saying, chums? But the thing is, she did look okay in that period. And when she was dressed on suits, but then again, that was somebody else picking the outfits. Meghan's questionable fashion choices are very, very strange. But they do get headlines, some people might say, for all the wrong reasons. You get the picture. Now, moving forward, this is the next stage. They're going to look at that and you're going to see pictures from behind the scenes of Meghan with all types of celebrities dotted over the next few days and the next sort of week, particularly around the time of when Victoria Beckham launches on the streaming giant, right? So now what you're seeing is Meghan reborn, but what you're actually seeing is Meghan trying to rebirth herself, for want of a better phrase, without Prince Harry. She's determined to detach herself away from the needing of the royal side of things and her to become a huge cheese independently. You see, people like Meghan simply don't care. She's not bothered whether you're laughing at her or not. She believes that she's going to become a billionairess now as a fashion queen. And this trip to Paris, unannounced, literally taking away all the glory of Prince William's Apple TV series, you know, the interview with Eugene Levy, all of that sort of stuff, that's all planned as a negative to rip in. Meghan Markle never wants to be part of the family again, and she's certainly not looking for forgiveness. What Harry's trying to spin, and that's bombed, and she's realised that is, well, that's bombed, and I tell you what, we're doing things my way. The reason why Harry wasn't there is because she has now dispensed with him, in all but name. Neil Sean, Kensington, London.